Good evening and welcome to the Frog Walk with Surreals Outside Every Day. I'm Linda Bailey and the owner of Woodsong Nature School and a naturalist with the Klamath Outdoor Science School. And welcome to this beautiful woodland pond, one of my favorite places. So I've been exploring around this pond, as I encourage you to do, and I'm going to show you a couple tools I have. Now, one thing I have is this fancy D-net, but most of you don't have one of these laying around at your house. So we're going to set that aside, and I'm going to show you what I use to collect the items, well, the critters I'm going to show you in a minute. This homemade, really super cool net. Guess what I used to make it? Well, I took a hanger and stretched it out. You probably all have a hanger at your house. I stretched it into a circle, and then I used that circle, attached it to a stick, a sturdy stick, with some duct tape. Most people have some duct tape around their house. And then I took some window screen. This might be a little harder to find, but you or a neighbor might have a piece laying around that you don't need. And I sewed it onto the coat hanger. Super simple. Just took some heavy cotton thread, and you can get someone in your family to help you, I'm sure. There's someone who would be interested in making something this super cool. Okay. So I used this to explore the pond and find some special things that I collected, and then I'm going to release them this evening after our little talk. So, let me show you one of my favorite little guys, the Pacific tree frog. These guys are singing up a storm right now. They are going crazy. The males are singing. Where'd he go in here? There we go. I hear one right now. Hear him? Yeah. The only frog to make a ribbit sound. I'm going to put him right here, hold behind his hips, and give you a close-up view. Say hi to the camera, little fellow. Ah, this little Pacific tree frog has a dark stripe going through its eye to right above its front leg or shoulder. So the stripe goes right down to its shoulder. This is a male, and you know that because it's got a dark throat. And that's to keep it camouflaged when he's inflating his throat sac. The females have a white throat, but they don't sing. Only the male tree frogs, or the male frogs, period, do the singing. That's right. And why do they sing? Ah! Look at that. You're going to go to your buddies in just a minute and look for a girlfriend. You know, it is a Friday night, so good time to catch a date, right? So the way that they inflate this is they keep their mouth closed, and they have two slits next to their tongue, so they take a big breath. Everyone take a big breath and then blow without opening your mouth. Let's see what happens. I look like a chipmunk. Frogs don't look like a chipmunk. That little slit next to their tongue allows the air to fill up their the vocal sac under their throat, and the sound reverberates and vibrates all along the pond. I love it. It's so cool. Listen to all those sounds. Oh my gosh, I love it. So cool. So this little guy here is, oh yeah, ready to go. Ready to go. Now, why is that little guy singing, you wonder? Of course, it's to attract a date, and the female, when she lays her eggs, the male fertilizes them as they come out, right along the shore. And I have some that I found with my super cool homemade net. They were eggs, now they've hatched into larvae, and they're free swimming now. The little tadpoles are pollywogs. They're hard to see in here, so I'm not going to take time to do that, but they're in here, and they're also going to be released this evening. Hallelujah. So, something else I encourage you to do. You're thinking, I don't have a pond where I can go. Well, then sit by a window. If you live in an apartment, sit by a window. If someone can take you out, that's wonderful. And if they can't, you can sit and listen for the beautiful music of nature this time of year. You can look for a puddle. Sometimes frogs breed along puddles. Or I've heard frogs singing in gutters or ponds in their yard. little tiny just garden ponds. There's all kinds of opportunities. Wetlands are great. So find your favorite spot. If you can get someone to take you to a wet area, fantastic. But you want to come in the evening. It's just past sunset and perfect time to hear the frogs. And then get out your nature journal. And remember, we're supposed to record, what was it? Those 4 things. The date, the sound is so wonderful. The time, the location, and the weather. Let's see. It's almost 8 o'clock. About 40 degrees. Clear. And I know where I am. I'm at a beautiful woodland pond. So last year I recorded that information. I did a little drawing of a Pacific tree frog, wrote the information. So when it came time to know when I should share this frog walk with you all, I knew what date would work, and I picked today to share this with you. I hope that you've had fun on this frog walk this evening, and I hope that you will get outside every day. It enriches your spirit in ways that we might not even realize. Share this with others if you enjoyed it, and have a great time. Hang in there, guys, and just get outside every day. Bye.